Minigun.
What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today what I have for you guys is a really easy tutorial on how to get your hands on the new minigun here in Warzone. Now, it was just added with the release of Season 4, and all you have to do to get your hands on it is open Bunker 11. Now, I obviously have a guide for how to open Bunker 11 on my channel already, but I'm going to actually re-roll the footage here in this video since in my original guide there was a tiny audio mistake, so it's a perfect opportunity today to re-roll that footage and fix that tiny mistake. And once again, timestamps will be linked down below in the description and as a pinned comment. If you guys just want to skip straight to that straight away, feel free. I do have a couple of things I want to go over first. Now, the minigun is absolutely insane. When you open up Bunker 11, you'll see there are actually 2 miniguns waiting for you in this specific room, which is great for playing on co-op, and you can refill the ammo in it. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there were wondering if you're just shit out of luck when you run out of ammo in it, and you're actually not. Throw an ammunitions box down, and boom, you can refill all of the ammo in the minigun. You have about, I think it's 350 or so rounds in it, and it shreds enemies, it shreds vehicles. You will not be disappointed with this. I know there's a Juggernaut mode coming to Warzone at some point, so we'll be seeing more of the minigun later in Season 4. And Season 4 is starting off a bit slow, but I'm sure the live events will start maybe midway through the season, like week 4 or week 5. We'll just have to wait and see. But the minigun itself isn't too hard to get. Obviously, I recommend going into Plunder to do the Bunker 11 Easter egg, but as of right now, the only version of Plunder in game is Blood Money, and games of Blood Money do go by pretty damn quick because of how much money you get per kill and per contract. It's better to go in Plunder than into a regular game of Battle Royale because you don't have to worry about the storm closing in on areas you have to access for the telephones. And it's only Blood Money Trio, so you're limited to a 3-man squad, of course, but once regular Plunder returns and once maybe 4-player Plunder comes back, it'll be a lot easier to get this actual Easter egg done with other teammates. But if you perfect the Bunker 11 steps, you can go ahead and do this on solo at any point. It's definitely not too difficult. Also, special thanks to everybody out there who showed lots of support in yesterday's stream with the PlayStation 5 gameplay reveal. Had a lot of fun reacting to everything with you guys, from the goofy games to the great games coming. It was a fun time. We didn't get the COD 2020 reveal we were hoping for, but I will be talking more about that and the delayed reveal in a separate video. Do not worry. But with Season 4, we obviously have other Easter eggs that are in Warzone, like the Intel and this really cool bunker one over on the new trench map for gunfight. Some cool stuff was added, but still a bit of a slow start to the season, but I'm sure we'll be picking up over the next few weeks. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the original Bunker 11 Easter egg steps from my guide. First and foremost, you do need to find a telephone that provides you with a sequence. The sequence will be a set of 3 different numbers. You can get any number from 0 through 9, and it will be read to you in Russian. Subtitles do not work, and you cannot translate it to English that way, but do not worry, I will show you every Russian number translated to English here on screen. Now, there's a number of different telephones that can give you this sequence, and the confusing part of this Easter egg is that the telephones that you have to find look very similar to one another, and there are 2 different types of telephones. One type gives you a sequence, another type gives you a Morse code. Now, even though they look the same, you do have to pay attention to the specific location we end up going to, since those locations never change. Now, I'm going to first show you guys the locations of the sequence telephones that will provide you with the 3 numbers. Now, keep in mind, the first 2 I show you on screen are the most common. Every time we were going for these sequences, we would always drop at these specific 2 telephones, and usually one or the other had the sequence, while the other ones I show you afterwards are a bit more rare, but still do work and still can provide you with sequences during this Easter egg. But after I show you these telephones, I'll then show you all of the Russian numbers translated to English on screen as well.
See, it's kind of proving the point of how OP these ones are the ones. This is the holy trinity of the holy duo.
Check fire! Friendly! Слышал? Например, они приближаются! Going over here.
Not it. This was where, yeah, it's the downstairs one where Ian's going on. There you go.
Moving up.
To the map.
Enemy UAV overhead. Going over here. Enemy dropping into the AO. Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
No, it's this one right next to it here. Right below us.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Now with these phones I just showed you, they could play one of two sounds. One, they'll make a disconnected sound, which means that they don't have a sequence for you and you could ignore that phone for that match. Two, you'll interact with the phone and you'll hear a Russian start rambling at you. After he rambles, you'll hear 3 different Russian numbers. That's going to be your sequence. Also keep in mind you could hear these phones ringing sometimes, but it isn't consistent. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it'll be fixed later. I'll keep you guys updated down below, but sometimes the phones will ring, you interact with them, boom, they'll have your sequence. Other times just interact with the phones without them ringing and they'll still have your sequence. Just make sure you listen for whether or not the phone disconnects right away, which means they're useless, or whether a Russian starts talking to you. That's how you'll know you actually need that specific phone.
Всем отрядам, база захвачена. Сменить шифрование. Сейчас. 0, 1, 2.
If you won't go for a helicopter, Sky, I can go for them to fun. It's not it. Alright, well we've just got to hope to God that's mine.
Next, I'm gonna play what the Russian numbers 0 through 9 do sound like, and also keep in mind if you miss your sequence or just want to re-listen to your sequence for whatever reason, you can always interact with your phone again. I also want to make it clear that when you're playing with a squad, it's easier for all of you to split up at the beginning of a match and drop at different telephones, the ones I just showed you, to see if your phone does play a sequence. More than one phone can play a sequence in one game, but the sequence will always be the same in that specific match.
0, 0, 0. 1, 1, 1. 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3. 4, 4, 4. 5, 5, 5. 6, 6, 6. 7, 7, 7. 8, 8, 8. 9, 9, 9.
Now once you have your sequence of 3 numbers and you know exactly what they translate to in English, you want to pinpoint specific telephones that correlate to a certain number. Once again, these telephone locations never change, it's just the sequence that'll be different every game that you play. So for example, if you got the sequence 0, 4, 5, you need to find the telephones that correlate to 0, 4, and 5. So we're going to go ahead and show every telephone location. There are only 10 that correlate to a specific number.
Why is Matt open? That recall.
Why would you open the door?
Because I had to get in the front door.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
It's literally as you come in as well.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
it's right here, bro. We're right next to it.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the sky. Check fire.
Hang on, wait. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna go to the building next to us. I'm gonna try and get the code. It's listed on that map thing I sent you. Wait. Oh. Wait, shush. See, I told you, this is the Morse code. That was 2 in Morse code.
Никак нет.
Okay, got it.
Никак нет. Принято. Выполняю.
I'll talk about it after. Remember when we got Bunker 11, right?
You're a dog. Let's go. Let's get 5. Now 5 is TV station. You guys found this one, I think. What did we find? Oh wait, no, Skype found this one.
Oh, fuck, bro!
Just trying to focus, bro.
Wait, hang on, wait. Can you stand by it?
I'm gonna drop in on you, so.
It's me.
Wait, be quiet.
Proceed to the marked location and secure the area.
I'm recording fucking party chat audio, I just realised with it, so, yeah.
In the background, gaming revolution.
Nah. You gotta come up here.
On the video.
You have to, yeah, I just realised I just recorded that in my video, so yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty cool actually, you gotta climb down here like lower luggage? Yeah.
Oh.
Big brain. Me neither, but you know, Warzone shit, so.
7. We've actually flown through these pretty quick. Oh fuck. Guy here. Now my footage is ruined. What a cunt. I actually hope he dies.
Moving up there.
Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. Where is it?
It's in here. It's in here.
Никак нет. Никак нет.
I gotta admit, I do actually quite like this Easter egg. I think it's quite well done.
Now, when you do hit these specific telephones, you should hear a Morse code completion sound each time, and when you hit the third and final phone in your sequence, you should hear a completion type of noise, and then a Russian soldier will tell you something.
Hit it.
Did it?
Надо прорываться на север.
Okay.
На севере чисто. На севере чисто.
Wait, no, everyone get in the same car and we're going out to Bunker 11. Quick, got that.
If you hit the third telephone and the Russian soldier tells you something, but then you hear like this error noise, that means you got the sequence wrong. Something to really keep note of here, a big discretion for this Easter egg, is that it's a lobby-wide quest, which means other people in your game of Battle Royale or Plunder can mess up the sequence. So from what I understand, the sequence will be the same for everybody in a single match, so for all you know, people could be messing around with the telephones and can ruin the sequence. You could put in telephone 1 and 2 of your sequence, but before you hit telephone 3, somebody might hit another telephone around the map, which could ruin your sequence. So this could be a very frustrating Easter egg and can take several restarts like it did for our team, but be as patient as possible. This isn't easy considering how many players are in a single match of Warzone.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.